Maz Kanata is much stronger than she looks. The moment Han Solo walked into her cantina, she knew he was there, and her shout froze everyone, including Han. Han knew what Maz was capable of, and to give her plenty of respect. Because long ago, little grandma fought his best friend Chewbacca, and gave the giant Wookiee a public humiliation that he'd never live down. I am Blackfoot Ferret, and these are my theoretical shorts. The whole galaxy must have wanted Luke's lightsaber, government and criminal alike. But out of all the interested parties, it ended up with Maz. What's so special about Kanata that the lightsaber would end up under mid-rim bar? We learn a lot about Maz in The Force Awakens. Kanata is 1,000 years old, and so was her castle, at least until the First Order blew it up. Her statue outside is surrounded by the weather-worn flags of other clans, showing she has a lot of allies. Maz seems to be Force-sensitive, sensing Han when he walks in, and talking about the Force with knowledge, although she confesses to Rey that she isn't a Jedi. Maz also has a talent for tech, which goes far beyond her goofy goggles. In The Last Jedi, Maz said she could easily crack the Dreadnought shield code herself, but directs Finn and friends to seek out the Slicer DJ on the casino planet because she's currently tied up in a union dispute. This quick holo conversation is a lore gold mine. Not only is Maz a wizard with tech, but she's also a badass with blasters, calmly doling out words of wisdom while dispatching her foes with serious moves. And then we see the key to Maz's power when she blasts off with a jetpack. The trademark gear of the Mandalorian bounty hunters. Little grandma enjoys power and respect far beyond her stature because she's one of the greatest warriors in the galaxy. And from all the clan flags decking out her castle, she's a Mandalorian of some rank, commanding many others. All of which leads to Chewbacca having the worst day of his life. When Han appears, Maz calmly and without irony asks what happened to her Wookiee boyfriend, and Han informs her that Chewie stayed behind with a ship. If Chewie really was one of Maz's lovers, you'd think he'd insist on visiting the castle instead of Han, who Maz did not want to see. But Chewie seems quite fine with staying behind. Now, put this in perspective. Chewie doesn't take crap from anyone. Even injured, he still almost beats Finn to a pulp when a rebel stormtrooper tries to give him first aid. And don't even think about getting Chewbacca actually mad, because he'll wreck you and your whole base. But when little Maz goes about telling people Chewie's her boyfriend, an affection Chewie does not share, our giant Wookiee friend lets it slide. Why? Because Maz is scary, and Chewie knows if he confronts Maz, she's going to win that fight. My theory is that in their colorful past, Chewie made the mistake of challenging Maz to a fight, thinking that the little wise woman would be no match for him, only to realize, too late, that Maz outclassed him so badly that from then on, Chewie was known as her boyfriend. And I believe we may even see this epic, humorous scene in the upcoming Solo movie. There's a trend in the recent Star Wars films of new characters stepping in for old ones. R2-D2 and BB-8, Darth Vader and Kylo Ren, Rey and... well, if you haven't seen the movies, I won't spoil it for you. But Maz Kanata seems on track to be the new Yoda, a martial hero instead of a Force user, providing wisdom and guidance whenever it's needed most. And challenging Yoda to a fight is a bad idea. And it makes perfect sense for Maz to be a Mandalorian, because just as Yoda trained Luke to be a Jedi, Maz can train Finn to be a warrior. In the video Finn the Mandalore, I laid out my master theory for the new Star Wars films. That Finn, just like all the other children the First Order stole and trained as elite stormtroopers, was abducted from a Mandalorian family, carrying their talent for battle. Once Finn learns the secret of his heritage and masters the art of war, he will defeat the First Order by turning their own stormtroopers against them and become the leader of the Mandalorians. But Finn needs a mentor and a contact with the Mandalorians in order to achieve this destiny. And Maz Kanata is just the right character for the job. And the fastest, funniest way to establish how badass Maz is would be for her to take down a revered Star Wars icon, like Chewie. So the movie Solo, A Star Wars Story, will be where Maz first meets her Wookiee boyfriend. That's my theory for today, folks. Watch Solo, coming out in a few weeks, to see if I'm wearing pants.